Scared that the conflict could spiral further out of control, MBS is seen as desperately pleading with Mojtaba at a time when Iran is teasing new, untested weapons, raising fears in Riyadh about what these unknown capabilities could mean for Saudi security and the wider region. After the attack on the UAE's nuclear plant, Saudi Arabia has been quietly but urgently appealing to Iran to bring the war to an end, hoping to stop further escalation before the fighting engulfs more Gulf states and critical energy infrastructure. Arab states are increasingly frightened of being caught in the middle as Iran moves to expand its borders and control in the Strait of Hormuz, worrying that any miscalculation in these contested waters could drag them into a war they are desperate to avoid. Saudi Arabia urged Iran to seize what it called a rare opportunity to avoid further escalation, pressing Tehran to step back from the brink and respond positively to calls for de-escalation before the conflict spirals beyond control. This appeal came after US President Trump said he would give diplomacy a chance to end the war, signaling that Washington was, at least for the moment, willing to explore talks and political solutions instead of immediately doubling down on military options. The Saudi foreign minister said, and I quote, "The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia highly appreciates the US President Donald Trump's decision to give diplomacy a chance to reach an acceptable agreement to end the war, restore the security and freedom of maritime navigation in the Strait of Hormuz to its state prior to February 28, 2026, and address all points of contention in a way that serves the security and stability of the region." Saudi Arabia also highly appreciates the ongoing mediation efforts carried out by Pakistan in this regard. Saudi Arabia looks forward to Iran seizing the opportunity to avoid the dangerous implications of escalation, and urgently responding to the efforts to advance the negotiations leading up to a comprehensive agreement to achieve lasting peace in the region and the world. Unquote. This came as Iran warned that advanced, previously untested weapons were ready for use if necessary. A stark message delivered just as the United States was threatening new strikes and raising fears of a dangerous escalation. An Iranian military source told Russian media that Tehran possesses cutting-edge arms systems that have not yet been deployed on the battlefield, hinting that Iran could unveil these capabilities if the confrontation with Washington intensifies. The Iranian military source said, and I quote, "We have produced modern weapons domestically, which have not yet been used on the battlefield and have not actually been tested. In terms of equipment and defense capabilities, we do not face any shortages that would prevent us from defending our country. This time, we do not intend to act with restraint." Unquote. Iran on May 20th revealed the exact extent of its controlled maritime zone in the Strait of Hormuz, publicly indicating how far its authority and enforcement will stretch across one of the world's most critical energy choke points. Tehran's new Persian Gulf Strait Authority announced this move on X, using the social media platform to formally introduce its mandate and signal to the international community that it will play a central role in overseeing navigation through the waterway. The Persian Gulf Strait Authority said, and I quote, "Zone is the line connecting Mount Mubarak in Iran and southern Fujairah in the United Arab Emirates on the eastern side of the strait, extending to the line connecting the end of Keshem Island in Iran and Al Quwain in the United Arab Emirates on the western side of the strait. Movement within this area for passage through the Strait of Hormuz requires coordination and obtaining a permit from this body." Unquote. Iran had effectively closed the Strait of Hormuz following US-Israel strikes on February 28, disrupting normal shipping patterns and demonstrating its ability to choke off vital oil and gas routes in response to military pressure. Beyond Iran's closure of parts of the strait, the United States imposed its own naval blockade in the area, a step that Tehran has condemned as illegal and as a blatant violation of its sovereignty and established maritime norms. Iran created the Persian Gulf Strait Authority to formally regulate and oversee traffic in the Strait of Hormuz, centralizing control in a new body designed to manage shipping, security, and compliance with Iranian directives. The PGSA said its account would provide real-time updates on operations in the waterway, turning it into an official channel for alerts, instructions, and situational reports aimed at both domestic and international maritime audiences. Ships intending to cross the Strait of Hormuz will receive electronic notifications outlining applicable rules, procedures, and safety requirements, ensuring that all vessels are clearly informed of Iran's regulations before they enter its declared control zone.